Hi, my name is Cisa Dahl and I teach and specializes in yoga for athletes. I am teaching a style called Bowspring. Bowspring is a new and very effective move to teach you how to move with more ease, with more lightness, and using all parts of your body, which makes great sense for athletes of all kinds and actually humans of all kinds and walks in life. This class is specialized in yoga for ice climbers, or Bowspring for ice climbers, if you will. In Bowspring, we work a lot with activating the posterior chain of the body. And this is because as we walk around in life and train and work and use our body, we'll tend to use some parts of the body more than others. And eventually this means that these parts might switch off completely, which is not good, because eventually the other muscles that's working overtime, that's on overtime, will get tired and may cause injuries. On the face, you might feel this in your calves. You might get sore calves. You might be using those a lot, or other parts of your body. It's different for every person. In this specific class, we will work a lot with balance for one. This is for when you're on the face, and work with balance where you get to activate the entire body to help you keep that balance, instead again just using parts where it's not like really optimal. We'll also work a lot on turning off the posterior chain of the body, the back body. This means for many people lifting the glutes and activating the glutes. These muscles are supposed to be the strongest muscles in the body, but for most of us, it kind of turns off, and we use, for example, the thigh muscles more, because most of us tends to be more focused on the front body, because this is where we can see ourselves. This is where we interact. This is the way we express ourselves. So moving over to the back body, turning this on, will enable us to move with more ease, with more lightness, without getting injuries, which is pretty great. Third, we're gonna focus on opening the front body and the side body. This is because these parts of the body are really overlooked. We rarely get into the sides of our bodies. We have a lot of muscles here in between the ribs, helping us with our breath, that helps us to move more efficiently. So we want to open this space right here. And for you guys, this is gonna help you increase your reach as well. The same for the front body. Due to our tendency with our nervous system, we tend to hunch over just a tiny bit and squeeze our belly tight. This protects us. This protects the vital organs, so it's completely natural. And also by going a lot to the gym, working out, we've been taught to do crunches to shorten this part right here and pull it even more together in order to be strong. We're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna open it up here. You're gonna open up the front body. Long is strong, and this is what we say here. And again, this is gonna help you with your reach. All right, let's get to it. Welcome to the Bowspring class for ice climbers, focusing specifically on balance. We're going to start with activating the back body and getting into the glutes. So bend your knees and put your hands on your knees. Sit your hips back and make your groins deep. Push your arms down into your knees and make your arms straight and strong. Open up in the throat. And start tuning into your breath. Now start breathing into the space in between your shoulder blades and see if you can widen the shoulder blades out to the sides while letting the belly drop down and the hips sink even further back. The tendency can be to just let go in between your shoulder blades, so inflate that part and breathe in the side ribs too, and expand in your entire rib cage like you had a helium balloon inside, circumferentially expanding to all sides. Blow up that rib cage, make it big. The helium balloon inflating. Good. Now push your knees out and up in your hands. Push your knees forward and up. Great. And notice how that lifts a little bit in your glutes, the butt muscles on your back. Great. Doing this, push your feet, the front part of your feet, the paws of your feet, if you will, to the front end of the mat. Imagine you're pushing it to the front, and notice how that makes your groins even deeper, and you can let your heels be light. Just as you are on your face when the heels come off, yeah, and you're keeping your balance. You want to keep the inflated rib cage just to get some of the weight out of your heels, some of the weight out of your lower body. So it's really important to activate the rib cage. Is called radiant heart. Think of a radiant heart expanding to all sides. Great. Heels are light, feet are pushing forward. Knees move up into the hand. Now keep all this, and I know it's a lot to take in, so you'll get there eventually. If it's all new, you know, give the brain a little time to assimilate. Take your hands out to the side of your knees, and then push your knees out into your hands again, and notice how that again lift the glutes behind you, and maybe activate the side glutes here. Avoid dropping down in between your shoulder blades. Great. And now take your hands and grab your butt and squeeze your butt. Get familiar with the butt and lift it up. Yeah, so you can like direct the glutes to move up. That's where we want them to move, right? So tell them to go that way if they haven't already, and keep them up while taking your hands back to your knees, pushing your knees up into your hands. Good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right. Then slide your fingertips all the way up on your thighs. Breathe in your rib cage. Expand your rib cage to all sides. Lengthen your belly. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feet pressing forward still. And then take your arms, elbow pointing forward, thumbs in the base of your skull, and the other fingertips on the top of your skull, like so. The tendency will be that you take your elbows out to the side, so don't do that. Take them to the front so we can get into the side body and get into the muscles in between the ribs. Yeah? And then lean your head back into your hands while pushing the elbows forward, and feel how that opens up in the upper back body. Yes, in the upper back. Belly long. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now tilt over to the right. And let the right ear drop down towards the right shoulder. Good. And you can pulsate a few times up and down here. And every time you pulsate, you can open up the left side of the ribs even more up towards the sky. Open up that side body. Expand your ribs. Lift up your left ribs up towards the sky. Pulsate. This is something the fascias in the body, you know, what's connecting everything in the body really likes, what hydrates the body from the inside. And then inhale all the way up, other side. Exhale through the mouth. Open up in the side body. Help you increase your reach. And you can do this before training, before climbing, after climbing, before bed. If you at some point sit behind a computer a lot, this is a really good exercise to do. Inhale all the way up. Lean into the back of your head again. And let's do it one more time, but this time take the right hand outside the left elbow, yeah? And then pull it over. And just drop the right ear down towards your shoulder. Open up and use the pull from your hand to really open up in the side body here. Inhale up through the nose. Change sides. Exhale through the mouth. Press your elbow out into your hand and use that to open even more up in the ribs on the side. Push up the right ribs towards the sky. And also press your head in towards the hands so you're not pulling the upper back forward just yet. And inhale all the way back up. Good. All right. Now let's do this one more time. And this time we're going to add on a few things. So inhale, tilt over to the right. Yeah. And take your right hand to the outside of the left elbow, just like we did before in this crescent pose. And then take the left elbow, we're going to point it down towards the right toe. And notice how that opens up in the upper back. Breathe into the upper back. Keep the fullness of the upper back, but then spiral yourself and spiral the left elbow up towards the sky. And here I really want you to let the nose, the chin, and the chest bone, the sternum, be in alignment with each other. The tendency here would be for your head to take off on its own. And I want you to move the body as one unit. And inhale, come up. Shake it out. Shake the hands if you need to. If you have excess energy, get it out. Blah. Other side. Elbows point forward. Take your left hand to the outside of your right elbow. And drop over to the side. Flip the left ear down towards the left shoulder. And then point your right elbow down towards the left toes. Open up in the back body and breathe out into your upper back. Keep your hips and knees where they are, so you're not twisting with your knees or doing weird stuff down in your lower body. The hips and the knees stay put. They stay put. All right. Now keep the openness in the upper back. Keep the hips and knees where they are, and then spiral the right arm up towards the right corner of the sky, or the roof if you have one of those, if you're standing inside. Yeah, and see if you can keep the nose, the chin, and the chest bone in alignment with each other. So the tendency would be for the head to just rush off on its own, and you don't want that. But that's, the neck is really movable, but if you always use your head like that, you can get a sore neck. So let's train here to work with the body as in one movement. Optimal movement. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Cool. And also to open the upper body and the upper part of the spine. Exhale all the way down. Shake it off. The place where we're supposed to be flexible and movable is around here. It's called T12 in the vertebrae. This is the movable part of the spine. It's not down in the low back. And for most of it, this part is really stiff. Now imagine if you had more movement up here, what you could do with your body and where you could reach. So we want to get some more flexibility in there. Good job. Hip distance apart with your feet, or a little bit wider still. Bend your knees. We keep the knees bent all the time during this practice, because if you don't bend your knees, it's really hard to turn on the back body. You can't really do that when you're overstretching your knees. So bend your knees, and you can even do this in your everyday life. Keep the knees bent and keep the back body switched on. Right? Great. All right. So let's move over to some balance now that we opened up in the upper body and the side body. Good. Keep the knees bent. You can just keep the fingertips on the middle of the thighs. And if you can, see if you can bend all the joints of your fingers. This is to turn the fingers on, Keep them switched on, and also not to hyperextend some parts of the body, right? And it's also to be able to eventually tone the arms, even though we're just standing here. Again, using the body as one unit. Everything is connected inside the body. Fingertips on the thighs. Great. And then move your weight over to the left side, to the left foot, and then start to lift the right up. Pull the knee up towards your body. Yeah. Pull it up. And see if you can keep the foot flexed, just like when you were standing on the earth. You don't want to actually change the shape of the foot, earth foot still. Yeah. Both knees are bent. Sit the hips a little bit further back and see if you can keep the upper body straight. Exhale, take the foot down. Place the toes and the paws and then the entire foot. And then opposite side. Easy balance for some. And if this challenges you, embrace the wobble. This is cool, it's all right. Or if eventually you feel like it, you can move over to a wall. It's gonna get a little bit more complicated later on. You can pulsate again here, a little bit up and down. The fascias really like pulsation. Yeah? All right, and take it down again. Other side, let's do it one more time. Lift up the knee, lift up the knee. And again here you might feel the butt of the standing leg turned on. Yeah, you might feel those muscles being like, okay, this is what we're doing, we're working, yeah. But the lifted leg, maybe not so much. All right, so what do we do to turn this on? Take your heel back and take your right hand back and place the fingertips, if you can find it, on your heel. And press the heel into the fingertips. And see if you, with that engagement, can get some feeling into your right glute. Good. Breathe and smile. Don't waste energy on frowning. It takes a lot of energy. Or being tight in your jaw or lips. Exhale down. Other side. Yeah. Turn on both those butt cheeks by pushing gently into your fingertips. Good. All right. Both glutes are turned on, knees are bent. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here into your entire rib cage, that radiant heart, the helium balloon. And notice what it feels like in your body right now. Give yourself some time to assimilate and feel what it's like to be you right now. Blink your eyes open and switch the weight over to the left side again. Yeah. Now lift up your knee again. Both legs are bent. Take the hands up out behind your neck and head, just like we did before. Yeah. When we did crescent pose. Yeah. And put the thumb in the base of your skull and the tops of your fingertips in the upper part of the skull. Lean your head slightly back, lift up your head, make your belly long. Make your belly long by sitting the groins back, making your groin steep. And then take the left hand and place outside of the right knee. Great. Hold it here, or if you feel playful today, twist over to the side and an exhale. Again, let the nose, the chin, and chest bone move together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Use the resistance from your knee and your hand to get into the twist. Exhale back. Sit your foot back, toes, the paws, and the foot. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Other side. Weight over to the right leg. Lift up the left. Ecstasy hands and arms behind your head, thumb in the base of your skull, and then position your right hand outside the left knee, Lift yourself up, belly is long, front body's open, and twist over to the side. Nose, chin, chest bone move together. Don't let the head take off. And this might take some practice, which is cool. Embrace the wobble. It happens. If you fall, cool, you tried a lot. Give yourself credit for that. Both knees are bent. Don't stretch the standing leg. Breathe. Inhale back. Good job. Shake it off. All right. Take ecstasy arms, and again, thumbs in the base of your skull, hip distance apart, knees are bent. And now I just want you to lean your head into your hands. Hips are back. Belly is long. And pull your rib cage up, like lift it up. That helium balloon inside your rib cage is taking off to the sides and up. Pull the elbows forward, lean the head back, lean it back more and more and more and more and more and more while pushing the elbows down. Breathe. And inhale up. Good. Shake it off. If you need to, get ready for some more balance. And this is going to be, for some of you, maybe a little bit challenging. So if you need a wall, by all means, take your mat towards the wall or give it a go here. Hip distance apart, knees are bent. Weight over towards the left and lift your right up. Just like you did before. Lift the leg up behind you, and without putting the fingertips to the heel, you can just imagine that you're pulling your hips, your heels towards the butt without moving it. That's the kicker, without moving it. And notice how that might turn off that glute. If not, don't worry, it will come. This is probably really new to you, so all new things take time. All right. And breathe. Lean your upper body a little bit more forward. Propeller pose. If you feel like it, you can take the arms out in front of you in a V and make a tiny fist with your hands. Just a very gentle fist, fist. Not a fish, but a fist. Like you're holding a butterfly in your fists. Yes, all joints are bent in your fingers. Good, earth feet. Pulse it a little bit up and down. Good stuff. This is hard, I know. And then take the right knee out to the side like you're a dog peeing for an open leg. And you can place the right hand on top of the right knee and push that knee into your hands and let the hips move even further back. Good stuff. Breathe. Breathe. And breathe. Good. Shake it off. And hopefully, if this gets into your calves or other parts of your body where you really feel a burn, then you know this is where you overuse stuff. Let's get the entire body to work together. Again, this is new stuff. It'll take time. Yeah? The rib cage, and when you get into that whole rib cage, it will make it so much lighter. And when you get to turn on the glutes, it will feel so much lighter. Other side. Weight over to the right side and lift the left leg up behind you. Lean your torso forward and pull the left heel in towards your butt without moving it. Good. Neck and throat equally open. Cool. And breathe. Propeller pose. You can keep the arms where they are, or if you feel a bit frisky or you want to challenge yourself, you can take the arms out in front of you. Light fists. And move the knee out to the side for open leg and place your hand on the upper part of your left knee. And then push the knee into the hand, which will enable you to sit the hips further back. Push it in, sit the hips further back. Push it into your hand, push it in, push it in, push it in. Breathe for 1. For 2, relax in your jaw, and for 1. Good stuff. And shake it off. Good, very good. Very good. All right. Close your eyes and notice what it feels like in your body right now. Take your arms behind your head again. Ecstasy arms. Thumb from the base of your skull. Take the right foot and take it to the outside, on your toes. Take it to the outside on your left foot. Yes. If you can like put the knees on top of each other. And really important here, both knees are bent. It's bent all the time in this practice, right? Elbows are forward, pointing forward. Head moves back into the hand. And this will enable you to stretch the belly long and strong. Yes. Bend a little bit more in the knees. Push the knees forward and sit the hips and groins even further back. Lift up in the belly. And then pull the knees apart like you're trying to pull them to each side without moving them. And notice how that turn on the glutes as well. Yes. And you can stay here. Or if you want to lean back, just like we did before, lean back into the hands to get that back bend while pushing the elbows down, moving your head back into your hands. And if this is a piece of cake for you, close your eyes. And inhale all the way back. Right. Now move your leg up and rest your right ankle on your left knee. And take the left hand like a horseshoe on the heel of the right leg, and the other hand on the inner right knee. Now push the knee into your hand, yeah, and push the heel into your hands as well while sitting the hips back. Breathe here. Breathe into your rib cage. Push the knee up. Great. And let's continue challenging ourselves. Keep the standing knee bent, and place the right foot on top of the knee like a shelf. Take the arms out in front of you. Gentle fists, throat and necks open, and then pull the foot and the heel down towards the floor on the right foot. Pull it down and let that stretch your belly even longer. Relax in your jaw and your face. And exhale, take it down. Shake it off if you have to. Great. Other side. Wrap it around the knee. For a phoenix pose. Knees are bent. Great. Yeah. Hips are back. Groins are deep. Yeah. And then pull the knees apart without moving them, but you're really trying to break it apart. Take the arms and the hands behind your head. Elbows point forward. Not out to the side, but forward. Yes, exactly. Good. Now lean your head into your hands. Open up in the upper back. Push the elbows down. Breathe. And breathe. And if it's too easy for you, close your eyes. And move all the way back up. Place the left ankle on top of right knee, and place the right hand on your left heel, inner knee with the left hand, and push your knee into your hand so you can sit your hips even further back and push your heel into your left hand as well. Yes, cross ankle squat. Breathe here. And again, if this is too easy for you, close your eyes. You can always make a balancing pose more challenging by closing your eyes. Yeah, we use the vision a lot for a balance. And we have some things that helps us with balance that gets worse with age. But guess what? You can train it. You can train other things to take over from that part that we lose. And inhale, pull your foot up and place it like a shelf on the right knee. Yes. Take your arms out in front of you, V vector. Gentle fists. Tone your arms. Breathe into the chest. Expand to all sides with your chest, even in between your shoulder blades. So we don't want the shoulder blades to pull together. We want them wide and out to the sides. And I want the expansion of the rib cage to take off some of the load. Releasing your lips and your jaw. And exhale, take it down. Shake it off. Place your hands on your knees, just like we started. Breathe into your rib cage. Push your feet, the paws, that's the front part of the feet, where a cat would walk, you know. Push that forward towards the front end of the room. Let the heels be light. Lift up the glutes behind you. Rock a little bit back and forth. Breathe. Take one deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Last one. Inhale. Lift yourself up. Pushing your paws forward. Fingertips together in front of the navel. Elbows out to the sides. Outer elbows lifts up while you're energetically pulling the fingers and hands down so you can lift up your rib cage. Take the corners of your mouth up. Namaste. Thank you so much, and